Hi students, we are going to see one last important model on the relative motion topic and minimum distance and time problem. Once it was asked in the mains, the problem is like there is one body, one car A, there is one more car B. Car B is moving upward with a velocity 20 meters per second and car A is moving in this direction with 20 meters per second, and the distance between them is say 10 kilometers or 1000 meters, 1 kilometer we'll say. Now the question here is, what is the minimum distance between the two moving bodies and how much time it takes to reach the minimum distance? Okay, listen this question carefully. Whenever these two bodies are moving, it comes under the relative motion part. They are moving with the constant velocities. Okay, and this is a positive and positive signs. So to solve these kind of problems, we have certain steps to solve this. Find relative velocity vector. Find relative velocity vector. Now we are finding relative velocity vector. VA bar is equal to 20 I cap. It's a plus 20 or minus 20? Minus 20, because we consider the right side as positive and it is going left side. VB bar is equal to plus 20 J cap. Now whatever relative velocity that we should assume any one of the body as a origin or reference. I am considering B as my reference, which is nothing but velocity of A with respect to B is equal to minus 20 I cap minus 20 J cap. Minus 20 I cap minus 20 J cap, which is nothing but now what is the meaning of velocity A with respect to B? When the B is at rest, for B I am drawing the diagram. This is B and this is A. If the B is at rest, okay, with respect to means it is in the rest, A appears to be moving like minus 20 I cap minus 20 J cap direction. How it looks like? Minus 20 I cap is in the left direction, minus 20 I cap in the downward direction. How the resultant of these two will be? It makes an angle of 45 degrees. 45 degrees here. The ship moves along this direction. On the velocity direction only, ship moves. Along this direction, ship moves. Remember, this is the direction in which ship is moving with respect to whom? With respect to B. Now, where will be the minimum distance? This is moving in this direction. How to get the minimum distance? To get a minimum distance, next step, draw perpendicular from velocity, relative velocity. Relative velocity vector to reference body. Now why we are drawing a perpendicular? To get, question is to get a minimum distance. See, this is a B. B is here. Now to get a minimum distance, will it be a minimum distance? I am drawing like this. I am drawing from here to here. Minimum means shortest distance between these two. What will be the shortest distance? If I draw a perpendicular from here to here, it will be a perpendicular from here to here, it will be a minimum distance between the two bodies, reference and velocity. Okay, now let's solve this problem. How much distance is, this is the minimum distance between them, red color ink I have overcoated with, and to get that we have a distance of, how much is the distance, 1000 meter, and 1000 meter, here is an angle 45 degrees, here will be an angle 45 degrees, here will be an angle 45 degrees. Cos 45 is equal to x over, I am saying this is a x, so cos 45 is equal to x by 1000, x is equal to 1000 by root 2, or it is equal to 500 root 2. This is the minimum distance between A and B. Okay, how much time it takes to reach the 500 or this distance? Now tell me how much time. To get the time, first we should know time is minimum distance between these two. This value, the 100,000 root 2, is not a distance traveled by A, minimum distance between A and B. To get time, distance, remember I am stressing this point, distance traveled by A by velocity of A. These are all with respect to B only, velocity by A with respect to B. How much distance traveled by A? Don't blindly say the answer is 100,000 by root 2. It's not the answer. See how much distance here as of now. This is the value. A from here to here, it has come like this. So as of now, for this case, both distance traveled and displacement are getting same. Tan 45 or sin 45 is equal to, I am considering this as y. Tan 45 is equal to y over x, so y is equal to x. Remember, for this case it happened like this, not for every case y is equal to x. What is y? Y is distance traveled by A. Okay, x is distance, but shortest distance between A and B. Now velocity is equal to, velocity, what is the value? Well, velocity, we got 20 I cap plus 20 j cap, right? To get that, magnitude is equal to square root of 20 square plus 20 square is equal to 20 root 2. Okay, the time is equal to 500 root 2, I am just simplifying it, by 20 root 2. Root 2 gets cancelled and gets cancelled, 25 seconds. This is the time to travel minimum distance. There can be any number of questions asked, but this is the way to solve.